What's going on, fitness family? We're here with Jared. We did chest. This is actually from a couple days ago when I did chest with Jared. He's a close friend of Olympusiron. We've been lifting together for about 2 years. He's been coming to Ultimate recently because you had a break off school, right?
Yeah, I have a break from school right now, so I've been down at the family's house, which is actually the same exact street that Bob lives on. So I've been training with him and Nick, those two animals, going hard.
Yeah, right here we did some benching, and I actually got a PR for my 225 for 8, and benching isn't my strongest exercise. It's actually probably my weakest core lift, and I've been really trying to work that out with the help of Jared and Nick. They're both benching freaks, which is great, but I've had such a weakness throughout my lifting, and I don't know, maybe it's something I just need to grow into. Everyone has their weaknesses, triceps. But here, this is probably the cleanest I've ever done 275.
Yeah, that was nice. There's not much help on my end on this one here for you.
Yeah, it was more like guiding it, because for me, I just got to figure out what position I like my hands in better. Like, you told me to go a little bit wider because we both kind of have the same physique in the way that we both have very long arms.
Yeah, going wider I feel personally, so when I drop my arms down, my elbows are right at a 90. That's where I feel like I get the most activation from my chest here.
So here Jared's attempting 315, and let's see if he gets it. And close, but no cigar. Maybe next time. I'll post that video, trust me. With some inclines. One of my favorite exercises to do is dumbbell inclines. I feel like I've gotten such a huge result from these. Really focusing, if you notice, I'm turning my wrists in, which is actually, for me, gives me a better squeeze. And I'm not focusing so much on my shoulders. Like, I'm not coming out like it's a bear hug. I'm coming out and actually pulling like that, my elbow is down so that I don't use so much my shoulder. Jared actually likes to do it where he gets his shoulder in here, and you can notice he's turning his wrist at the top a little bit. So different styles, obviously we're different lifters, different things work for us. Jared's been lifting. How long have you been lifting, Jared?
I've been lifting for about 2.5, 3 years serious.
Yeah, we started. He started a little bit before me. I got into the gym and I was like, damn, dude, what the hell you been doing? I mean, he's a guy who definitely takes it seriously. He doesn't miss a gym session. Here I love this machine. It's an incline. Actually, no, this is the flat.
This is the flat.
This is the flat press. Hammer strength, really good, but it's actually tougher than it looks.
So much harder than it looks. We initially started off with one plate on this, and it was baby cakes. And I kind of just made a comment to Bob. I'm like, come on, dude, step up. You got this. We threw on 2 plates, and it was, a lot heavier than we had actually initially imagined.
The worst thing right here is going from 2 plates to throwing 2 plates and a quarter. You're so confident about the 2 plates because you get a good squeeze here, and then all of a sudden you're like, you throw the 25 on and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, we repped the 2 plates pretty mean, and then we threw it up 15 or 25 pounds after that, and I think we got it for like a 3 or 4.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like, we were talking about this the other day. Sometimes lifts just don't make sense, where like you 1 week I'll get 405 for 12 on deadlift, and the next week I barely get it for 5. It's like, it's one of those things where you got to be in the right mind state, and that's why, you know, a lot of people give me shit for, you know, grunting during my exercises, or, you know, being the typical meathead, but that's what it takes for me to get results. You know, for example, I squatted today, and I got 315 for 5, barely get it, and then all of a sudden I get rowdy and I got 335, much cleaner for how much? I don't even know. What was it?
335. It was for 6 or 7. I think it was 7 is what you ended up getting.
Yeah, it was so much easier, so much cleaner. So it's like, for me, it's a mind state. For Jared, I've never seen Jared get pumped up for a lift once, which is...
I mean, I do on occasion. It kind of depends on the day, but more times than not, I just feel my strength is going to be my strength, and going into it, I'm just getting stronger every week. It doesn't matter if I put up 5 more pounds or 1 more rep, because ultimately I'm just doing this for myself and not really anyone else.
Yeah, I know that you're motivating yourself in your mind state, but he's more of an internal guy, I'm more of an external guy, so it's just different styles. Here we're doing weighted dips, which I haven't done in forever, which is awesome, and we obviously pyramid up to 3 plates. So great. I mean, you can see the activation in our triceps during this. Try it out. Obviously, you know, you have to pull a bench next to you. Don't go uncomfortably low on this. Just activate the tricep and get a good pump with that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to take your shoulder out when you're doing those dips, because you will feel it on your rotator cuff.
Oh, I feel the tension every single time I go down. What's your recommendation here, Jared? Because I see you were doing a little bit different style than me on the tricep extension. I keep my elbow... Actually, it's kind of uncomfortable. It's more at a...
Yeah, you go really high and above your head. So, I mean, you're going right down to a 90, so it's definitely going to be higher. I personally like to have my elbow pointed out more, just so it gives a lot more tension on the tricep. The tricep is fully stretched out when I start my rep, as opposed to you when you're going with the 90s and your tricep is more at like the 90-degree angle kind of thing.
Because it's always been a difficult exercise for me, and I think it's just me switching up where that elbow is pointing, and I think that would actually help. I noticed you doing this, and I was just like, your style, and I noticed you had more activation on your triceps. So I just thought that everybody out there would like to know that as well.
Yeah, ultimately I just feel like it's a bigger range of motion. I just feel my tricep ripping apart a lot more when I go with this style, and it's a lot more comfortable in my shoulder and elbow. Now here in the background, we'll get an instant replay for you. We actually have our #1 fan who likes to come in and record us with Powerade bottles.